Hey everyone, welcome back to Evindale and branching out. Surprise!
Hello.
This is in celebration of PaizoCon, which is currently going on right now. And because we're playing Pathfinder 2e, we thought that we would celebrate. So, welcome to Branching Out, a Leshy's Tale, where a tiny little Leshy is out to save the world alone. That's right, one person. This one right here.
Just me.
Just you. Okay, let's get your sound up. Say something for me.
Saying
Yes,
something.
there you go. Hi, everyone, and tell the clock to hurry up. I know, I am so sorry because this was like, what time is it? It's like, oh, you know what? Screw it.
8:57.
Yeah, well, no. What I'm saying, no.
Oh.
Thank you, my love. No, while we were setting up, or rather, before we even began to set up, I was like, what time is it? Oh, it's. Sure, we can do this in a half an hour, put together an entire session as a GM, not plan out anything. So, I mean, it was my idea, and then Erin was like, yes! So, thank you for joining. I really, really appreciate.
You're
Are
welcome.
you, so I do have a little bit of a recap for you, map-wise. I can show you where you are, but why don't we go into Leshy Land? And why don't,
Okay.
yeah, let's go into Leshy Land. Ooh, we're in Leshy Land. Let's go.
It's funny because there's just me.
I know it's just you.
The only Leshy.
Do you have any, like a recap or anything along those lines that you'd be able to provide us?
Yes, I could do that. I could also give a little announcement
Ooh, do it
before we
all.
go. Okay. Well, hello. Tomorrow's Sunday, so I could say this today. Tomorrow on the Litching Hour at 2 p.m. Eastern is the final episode or the final session in the first episode of Murder She Streamed, which is a like Murder She Wrote style powered by the apocalypse game about four little old ladies just solving murders in a book club in their hometown. So it's a very cozy stream. We've got a really cool streamer who is playing piano accompaniment, and it's gonna get cool and weird. And even though it's the last episode, in a couple months we're gonna have uh, another episode. So it's fun. So there's that. And
It's funny as hell. I mean, they're amazingly talented. So it's just worth checking out.
it's very goofy
It
and I love
really
it.
is. It's fucking awesome, actually.
And everybody should just follow Lich just because.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah. So that's the announcement. And now the recap. So we um had a really pivotal or really prevalent moment in the tabletop universe last game where my character ended up defeating a cave centipede without casting a single spell or
Or without marrying
attack
it.
or without marrying it, which is actually probably like the bigger shock. But yes, no spells, no attacks, just pure charm.
Mm.
Um, wow.
Sorry.
So it was no, it's fine. It was really fun.
That was so epic. This thing critted itself.
Yeah, with persistent bleed.
Yeah, and it just like persistently bled out. Meanwhile, this one is trying to heal it
Mhm.
so it doesn't bleed out because it's a your character. Tell us a little bit about your Leshy because that
So,
might help.
so, I mean, I wish I knew enough about my Leshy. I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go.
All right, well, that's cool.
So my Leshy, her name is Bramble Clove. She is a archivist in her town
Mm.
of Willow Thicket something, Glen, who knows. Um, and she is off to save the human encroachment of her village because they are destroying her home. And she is I think 6 or 7 days into the journey, but it actually could be a lot longer. She's part of a druid circle called the Circle of the Verdant Dawn, and she is off to find the last seed of the or the last seed of the first Leshy. And she found herself in a cave and defeated the cave cricket, found a bunch of really cool shit, which I do not see on the none of the stuff is on the character sheet.
You can add it. That's okay.
Oh goodness, there's like a dagger and holy water, and I'll have to
Yeah,
go back to
there's stuff.
Yeah, I'll look in the VOD and I'll add it later. I'm not gonna be able to remember it today.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. So yeah, so she found a bunch of shit and then climbed out of the cave and ended up finding an encampment of actually I don't know what they are. Bugbears. And there is a giant troll thing.
It was a hill giant. Hill giant. You know what I like though is that I'm not using like Pathfinder monster names. I'm just trying to describe things as the Leshy would see them, because you've never seen Bramble's never seen a hill giant. I mean, it probably has heard of them, but never seen one.
Exactly. So, yeah, she stumbled upon the middle of like a fight between a hill giant and the bugbears that were looking for him, and she was really struggling. And then out of nowhere, the tree-dwelling hermit, whose name I cannot remember.
Aviant.
Yep, thank you. Showed up like a fucking bird, and he's helping her. So there we go. That's where we're at.
Yeah, it's exactly where we are. And just to give people an idea of how far we've journeyed, let's go. Hold on, let me. I want to do one thing here. Okay.
Just one.
Cool. Yeah, just one. I need to pin you in Zoom so you don't go and then like blink out of existence on the template. Okay, cool. So let me go to here. Go away. Alrighty. So check out this journey that this little Leshy has taken so far. This has just been insane. Just insane. Starting off here in Willowbark Thicket. This little one, each of these hexes are about 5 miles or so. First made it over to a golden oak, and there met someone who no real trust was had, and with very good reason. But visions had begun to be given to Bramble through dream message, and Bramble's never experienced that before, and that continued their journey all the way down, encountering odd things and symbols of nature to follow, until finally, at a waterfall that was pouring into a great chasm, Bramble then encountered the Circle of the Verdant Dawn, where she would then, over the course of several days, be initiated into it as a secret request for the last seed of the first Leshy. You then came down here and you fought the giant spider Siverus, or rather did something for Siverus, and fought others that were trying to do something. Siverus then gave you an ingredient that the circle needed, and then you continued your journey east according to their wisdom and your visions, passing by the Whispering Grove and the Veiled Oracle, passing by the Forgotten Catacombs, and it was right around here where you encountered Aviant, the hill giants, and the bugbears doing battle up here as we came into the mountains. Now, your vision up to this point had always been that this guy Aviant lives in a tree in a very cold place, and so it was up in the mountains when he flew you up there. You were greeted by him properly, introducing himself. Once you were able to land, he escorted you inside of this massive hollow tree, cold air biting on the outside. And then he sat you down, offering you a spot of tea. And I believe that's pretty much where we left the game. I think that's where we left it.
Yeah, there was the mention of the book, I think.
Yes, of course. This was the Ethereal Codex, which was a book that may contain a clue as to the whereabouts of the last seed of the first Leshy. So, and do you happen to recall what the powers of that last seed are?
It's supposed to stop all wars or something like that.
Bring balance to nature in a regional fashion. It's an artifact, very powerful artifact. Kind of bring balance to nature, according to Scythia and Nordaga. So, If you are not familiar with the world of Evindale, it used to be a homebrew. I don't even know. It's kind of in between now, between homebrew and something published. So who knows? Anyway, so that is exactly where we're picking up. So our scene continues, and we move in on the night sky and in through a little window into the outer bark of a tree. We go through that, and inside now we finally see Aviant sitting down in a chair and talking to Bramble. Bramble, what are you doing in the middle of all this?
I think Bramble is very curious, and as he's sitting, she's kind of like looking around and noticing all the things that she recognized in her vision and trying to like get clarity of like, oh, that's what the spine of that book said and stuff like that. So she's kind of like listening to him, but like perusing what he's got.
So, I told you my name was Aviant, but I go by different names. You're on a search for something, but I don't think we really discussed it. You have interest in the book that is on the shelf over there, but what is it to you?
Well, I have been sent by the Circle of the Verdant Dawn. Do you know them?
Yeah. In fact, they kind of told me to look out for you in a weird way. They do this all the time.
What do you mean they do this all the time?
They sometimes send out communications. They try to fight on the way of nature, and they understand me to be an ally of it. Not a profession like you. I work with nature in a slightly different way. Like in my way. So do you want to know about the book, or do you...
Well, I do, but I'm also very keen to understand. Well, I'm an archivist, and I haven't heard of you, so I would like to, so I could keep the mental note.
You've not heard of me?
I mean, not until, like, the Circle of the Verdant Dawn.
Okay, well, this is fine. This is all right. This is fine. It was a long time ago that I was born, a human, like me, and things were very different then. It's almost like gods were walking around. And some tried to gain power and do things against the people, and including against the world. And we live in this world. And if you destroy the world, then, well, then no more peoples. So there was something that had been written down, and nobody else was protecting it. And within this book, and he glances over at the bookshelf, was some secrets. And in the way, I became cursed to always look after the book. So I've been its keeper ever since. And then I learned how to protect as best as I can.
As he's talking, she's like kind of moseying down to like where the book is, like trying to reach it. It's a little too high for her, so she like gets a stool. She's like, like listening, and she's like dragging the stool across.
He kind of like leans back with his cup of tea in his hand. It's like he's doing the equivalent of eating popcorn watching you do this.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, okay, I got it. This book, and it's like really big, so she's holding it like this.
He like shoots up. And he's an old... Here, I have... this is the figure. Pardon the unpainted job. Oh, great.
Oh, jeez.
Give me light. That's the old man. So, he, like, shoots up for a second. And with that, the raven that has been following him around, like, lands on top of the book and grabs its covers in its claws and is trying to fly a little bit in order to make it a little bit lighter for you, until finally the two of you manage to bring it down to the ground. And you can hear the teacup nervously jiggling on the. He puts it down.
Don't worry. I've been handling books for a really long time. I know how to treat them, even the magic ones.
Consider it instinct and no offense meant. He sits down as like.
Okay, so I'm gonna open it up.
So yeah, what languages do you speak?
I speak several. I speak. It'd be nice to have. Oh, here they are. Common and Druidic and Elven and Sylvan and Milan is not in there, but
okay, but Milan should be in there. So out of all of those scripts, what this is written in looks the most like Elvish.
Okay.
But it is certainly not. It's you can see some of the structure of it, and you're trying to get a little bit of an understanding. Why don't you give me, screw it, yeah, give me an intelligence check, and let's see how you are in deciphering unknown languages.
Okay.
Or unless you have like a lore, which would actually work better for you.
Actually, it could be both. I could argue it could be academia lore or lore master lore. If it's
give me
lore
academia.
Lore,
give me academia.
All right.
That's
cool.
good.
They're both +7, so I'm cool with that.
Cool.
19.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
I know all the languages.
I know. It's almost like you're an expert or something.
No, I'm only trained, but okay.
Only trained. Well, nonetheless. You piece out a couple of things, and well, yeah, it's actually rather captivating. The structure of the sentences seems to be a little bit on the odd side, and you don't really you kind of get what some of the words are, and that there's verbs over there and subjects over there, and okay, nouns are okay, and you're beginning to decipher some of it. It's going to take you a little bit of time, but what you managed to piece together is that the language that this was written in died out about maybe 400 years ago. So it has since changed. It's related to Elven, but or I should say it's in the same tree, but Elven did not come from this.
Okay. Hey, do you know how to read this?
Yes.
Excellent. And I like scoot up. I was like laying on my stomach, like my feet kicked up and everything. So,
oh, that's so adorable.
I like slam the thing shut, and I hoist it up, and then I like run over there and I dump it on his lap, and then I sit down at the like foot of the chair. So
you hear the grating sound of wood against the wooden floor, and the raven is like pushing with its head to the stool towards you.
Okay, so I want to know everything that's in here. You can totally summarize if you want, and I don't need to take notes because I'm an archivist and it's all locked safe up in here.
Why? Hold on. This is. I appreciate everything that you want to do, but this kind of information is something that many people, you are definitely worthy of it, but there is a price to this knowledge. It doesn't come from me. It comes from the position of caretaker of the book. It's a way to safeguard it. No one will ever be able to truly read it and understand it unless they have received the book's blessing. And the book demands a little bit of a feast of knowledge, if you will.
Okay, what kind of knowledge? Because I thought it was going to be a blood sacrifice, and as you can see, I don't have much blood to offer.
No, you're a sappy kind. No, the blood is not a part of this. No?
Sorry. I just picture like she like goes like, "Hey, rude," and like her armpits like are like sticky.
That's adorable.
God, she's absolute filth. I love her. I just had that picture come up.
That's fucking perfect. Anyhow, so
Knowledge.
yeah. No, you are the like sticky, the sappy kind, and he's looking at your armpits. Just anyway, back to the book. There's a thing that we should fuck. So this is very important. I must tell you, it's very important.
Yes.
Yes, serious.
Serious time.
Very serious. So, there is something that anybody that wishes to learn must first do. Nature does not ever give anything to anyone. You must always work for it or work with nature. You do not, if you want to eat the food that my kind of people eat, you do not simply just expect the ground to provide. Instead, you must first plant a seed and then grow someone like, well, not like you. And then you can, well, all right. So let's talk about animals. Well, you have to go through a process to raise the animals before you can take them. And before you become an adult, you must go. You understand what I am saying?
So the book needs animals?
No. The book needs a mushroom.
What kind? Because I took one a couple days ago that was glowing in a cave, and that shit fucked me up.
Not
for
that
like
kind.
2 days.
Not,
oh, okay.
Not this kind at all, actually. No. This is on the other side of the mountain. There is a barren land to the east known as the lands of the Kriogolal. They are the antithesis of nature, seeing the land itself as life, and it is. But they have lost their ability to consume normal substance, and so they take it from the land itself, cultivating plots so that they can finally take from it. They are a cursed people, collectively known as the Kriogolal. Both their land and them the same. There are many other things that are going on there, but what you will need to do is they have mushrooms. They use it for different purposes. But these mushrooms grow nowhere else except in Kriogolal. Therefore, you will go and get a mushroom or 3.
So that sounds good. I know I can do it. But there's currently a few bugbears in between me and said...
They are on the other side. They are where I picked you up. They are to the west. Where we are going is to the east.
Oh, we actually made it a little bit. Where are we exactly?
Let me show you. He pulls out a map.
It's got a red dotted line in my travels. I've been following you.
I've been stalking you. I mean, this is a very, it's healthy relationship. Fuck. Nope, that's not it. Oh, hold on. I need to do one thing. I forgot.
No.
No. It's this. There. Okay, cool. Where he ended up taking you was to here.
Wow. Wow, we completely cleared the bugbears.
Oh, by quite some distance, yes.
Okay.
We can fly about a day's travel of walking in a very short amount of time. But these lands that are off to the east, the land reacts. Nature, Nordaga, is always present. And he steps outside and he urges you. The wind is howling around you, and he bundles a large feather cloak and fur around him, and he steps over to a ledge. It's a little bit of a walk. Do you join him?
Yeah.
Sereth and Kalen, the two moons, casting what little light there is these days. I believe both are in a half phase right now, shining just a little bit of moonlight down on a massive valley. This is known as Balvalgarth. And over there, and he indicates a large region that on the map looks like it's almost glowing with greens and yellows, that it's almost bruised.
Mm-hmm.
The land here was once verdant and green. The Grio Galal, over the years, turned it into this barren wasteland. However, they think that this is not life. The desert contains a good many forms of life, and many things thrive in deserts. But even when it is so bad as what they made it, the land takes retribution, and other things then must come to live. Down there you will find the sulfur pits of Balgvalgoth, and over to the east, where the land is harsh and no rain has been seen in decades, you will start finding scrub. And today the Kriogulal have been informed by many of the surrounding nations that they should never leave this area. They understand their own curse, and they go around and they look for shrubs, they look for anything. What makes this particularly difficult for you is you are exactly what they want, a little piece of nature.
That's inconvenient, to say the least.
Inconvenient and will be exceedingly deadly. These peoples, they come from everywhere. This is the horrific part. You don't die in Kriogalau. You simply become one of them. And yet, they are not like the undead that defiles Nordaga's existence. They are something else. They hover between life and death like a starved person, constantly yearning for life. Their abilities also give them the ability to take the life and to feed on others. They are of human height, typically, their face covered with a mask of bone from animal skull, hides from anything that they could capture, skins of their own if they can. They do not move any faster than any other human, but they have a horrific ability. So far, I've been able to see that once per day, if they can touch a living creature, they will take that life force from them and then store it within themselves to share like a feast amongst the others, thus healing them if they happen to be injured. They also have adaptations given to them by their mutation that the land provides. No living should ever leave or come to Griogalal for any period of time, lest they become one of them. But you will be okay for some time. But all of the hardships of the land and everything, they have learned to adapt to the horrors of nature as well. You're going to have problems with fire and cold, electricity, acids, and poison, but it all changes from individual to individual. Then lastly, their claws are like razors. Their skin can be like chameleons. They can regenerate their tissue like a lizard. They can spit like a snake, and their limbs can be like elastic. Their bodies forever changed by the corrupted force there. I positioned my home here because to me, it is better to be close to your enemies.
All I'm gonna say is what's in that book better be super duper important because that is a very dangerous mushroom to collect.
It is. It is. And quite frankly, I would do it myself, but they know of me. They will not see you coming. And that, my friend, is going to be your advantage. You are so small to their eyes, you will not be invisible to them. But the things that they look for, they can be small. They look for scrub, they look for anything. But they will not see you coming immediately. Let's just sometimes say that they are blinded by hunger. And they look under rocks when they should be paying attention to how to how nature can provide. They do not understand how nature provides.
Okay. About how far that way am I going?
Well, lucky for you, you are going to the base of a hill. And there, in the land itself, there is a crack. And within that crack, there is a cave. You can walk down the crack. There is a slope, guarded on either side by dunes and just some exposed rock, I believe. It's been some time since I've seen it. You'll be able to identify this crack by looking in, even in daylight. The darkness of the depth allows you to see the light of the cave beyond. It is dangerous, but should be easy to find.
I am a cavern aficionado at this point, so...
Are you?
Yes, this is official.
He's bundled up a little bit, and shall we go back inside?
Yeah, sure.
What I recommend is, you must prepare for this. You are a druid, are you not?
I am.
A priest of Nordage in my very company. I am honored for this. Your spells. If you happen to have, he says as he walks back to the tree, anything that will assist you in stealthy movements or anything.
I mean, I've got Vomit Swarm, but that's a new addition. I'm not sure. I seem to be adopting spells as I meet new creatures. So, there was a centipede situation and made me throw up a bunch, and then I was like the next day just throwing up centipedes, like
Yes, of course, this is how it works. But I mean, I would imagine that a vomit swarm can be rather noticeable and noisy, so this is a very good defense that you have. But I am asking if you have anything to protect you against them seeing or detecting you. Surely you have something. I finally have reached that age where I can no longer hear anything.
Oh.
My old ear. There you are. I thought I had something bad happen to me for a moment.
No, unfortunately, I don't. I could maybe think really hard and maybe have something tomorrow, but no. Ironically, I can make myself bigger.
Well, that would be good if you need to fight them, gods forbid. However, you've had a long day. Why don't you stay the evening? And then this way, you can do what you need to do to commune with Nordaga and get you the things that you need to survive.
That sounds super duper.
And then, once you have done all of that, then we can find out what the book has to say to you. Part of my curse is I can never read it myself.
But why, like, why couldn't you just get a mushroom yourself and then just do it how everybody else?
Well, as I said, they know me and they will see me coming.
Ah.
No, I've done awful things to them in the past when an animal that comes to fight them, trying to survive. This is nature's way. This is Nordaga's way. These kinds of things I do not step in front of. All things of nature must eat. But when they try to deprive other things of what nature can provide, then this goes against Nordaga's will. And so sometimes I have stepped in front of them. Make myself known in less, unkind ways to their people. They now look for me, and I am quite big compared to you. This is why they will not see you coming.
Well, hopefully I come up with something while I'm sleeping to guarantee that.
Hopefully. The last bit of information I have for you at the cave is you will come into one of several entrances to the same cave. Do not, for your life, enter into any other entrance. You come in and you go out through the same entrance.
That's the one with the crack and the light that goes through the crack and the slope that's
There
underneath
are,
the
but
crack.
yes, but when you are within that cave, in that hold, there you will see pillars that hold the ceiling up. It's very easy to get lost in that if you turn around. So, when you come in, you must always go out the same way. They all will look very similar.
Okay. I think I could do that.
Now, the mushrooms that you are looking for, they are large, about the size of your head. If you can get 3, that would be very good. But 1 will suffice. They are orange in color. When they are picked, do you have a sickle or a sacred blade of some kind?
Well, I have a sickle, but I also have this. I'm gonna pull out my dagger that I found in the tomb.
Oh.
And this was in a chest of what I think is a very important druid. So maybe it's a little bit more special than my sickle.
May I see this?
Yeah.
He looks at it, and his eyes begin to widen. The blade itself it's fairly ornate, but in a simple fashion, using only natural elements. There's nothing here overly worked. And he's this. I have seen this before. And he hands it back to you. Where did you get these from?
In the cave I told you about with the cave centipede.
Yes, but you said of a druid.
Well, I assumed because he had the tomb was underground, but it was just like completely covered in plants. And
that is where you got this crown and this cloak that you are wearing now.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You may want to add that to your character sheet.
Listen, I'm trying, buddy, but I also got to be immersive. And
I just remembered. This is a long time now.
I gotta come up with my spells. Oh my god.
So it's not a problem. We can add that in.
I gotta add all of my spells in and all of my equipment.
Yeah, so that's a good point, is that you're gonna have a little bit of downtime and you'll be able to add these things in. So that should not be an issue whatsoever. Why don't you walk us through the things that, through the thought process of the spells and what have you that you would like to take tomorrow?
Okay. I got all my cantrips, which I guess I should also add these while I'm talking about them, unless if you're going to add them.
No, you do that. I would add them in Hero Lab, and then we can import it into Foundry.
Okay, they are added in Hero Lab.
Cool.
So I've got Detect Magic, Healing Plaster, Light, Puff of Poison, and Tanglefoot as my cantrips, and also Gale Blast and Goodberry. And then my first level spells, I've got. I added an extra one, so I'll remove the other one, but I'm going to keep Burning Hands, Pass Without a Trace, and Spider Sting. And I'll drop Hydraulic Push this time. And then spell 2, I've got Animal Form twice for some reason. So I'll get rid of that.
There you go. I'll give you a slot.
Yeah, well, actually, that'll make me to my max. So I'll just delete that. And then, great. Animal Form, Enlarge, and Vomit Swarm. That's actually too many. So I'm going to do Animal Form and Vomit Swarm.
Okay.
And I'll drop Enlarge for now.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Okay.
I took, and she took Enlarge, or she adopted Enlarge because she fought started to fight a hill giant.
Yeah.
And then the Vomit Swarm is from the centipede.
I love how your character learns from. I learns from nature. That is so damn good. Good for you. That is so good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, I definitely appreciate it. Baby, you're very good at what you do.
Aw, thank you.
I love you.
I love you too. So I gotta add all the gear because we don't have any gear, but I don't know where to add it.
Use in equipment. You should have had like a Druid's kit, but then you can get rid of the stuff that you don't use, like rations, because you don't eat the same way. But I mean, it could be something that you saved up, you know.
Okay. Oh geez, all of these daggers and stuff. I also need adventuring gear. Adding Druid's kit. Where are you? Where's the Druid's kit? Search Druid class kit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bought it for 44 silver pieces. So
well, you didn't have one previously, but that's fine.
Okay, well you owe me money. Weapons. I gotta add my dagger, and then just give me a normal.
By the way, this
dagger.
is something that you should be aware of. In Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you have a downtime mode, which is kind of like what we're doing now. But in downtime mode, your character can also have downtime mode and can even retrain, including skills. But so, for example, if you wanted to swap out one of your skill increases, you'd be able to do that. Your character would be able to do that over the course of a week. So this way, you reduce your proficiency rank in one of the skills down to the next one, down to one lower. So,
okay.
And you can increase the proficiency rank in another skill that you have. So it just has to be equal to or lower than the one that you were taking from. So if you ever wanted to change your character because you as the player thought Bramble was going to go in one direction, but the world and the adventure seems to be going in another, and you think something might be a little bit more handy, you can forcefully forget something.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
Fucking cool. So there's a ton of magic items. I'm not gonna be able to find these efficiently.
Sure, I can add these things in.
So I put the holy water in.
Okay. Not a problem. So let's take a look at your character sheet here real quick. Let me open this thing up. Oh, you have some stuff here going on. Yeah, you overspent your 2nd level spells.
I know.
Yeah.
I am aware. I panicked added them without taking the ones away.
Which one are you going to get rid of?
I'm getting rid of enlarge.
There you go. All right. So you take care of that, and then I will add in the fancy stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so I know that you have... one of the things that you got out of there was... yeah, that's right. You got yourself 1,000 gold piece Druid vestment in that cave.
Yeah, exactly.
That was, yeah, that's buff, man. That thing is that's a level 10, and you're a level 3.
Okay.
So.
All right. Fucking sweet. Oh, I also got. Okay, I got a focus point back. Cool.
Yeah, we can consider this the beginning, and also, you at the beginning of every game session, just as a courtesy reminder, you always get a 1 hero point.
Oh, so I need a hero point.
Well, it should have one automatically.
It doesn't, but that's okay.
It doesn't?
No, it says 0 out of 3.
Oh, you should be able to do that.
I can't.
You can't?
No.
On your where in Hero Lab?
Yeah.
Hold on. Why not?
Oh, it's not letting me.
Well, I'm looking at your... Oh. Hold on. When you click on it, when you click on Hero Points, in Hero Lab, not Foundry.
Yeah.
When you click on Hero Point, what happens?
Nothing.
No. Really?
Really?
Oh, that's... Okay, well, it's weird, but anyway, here's a Hero Point for you.
Yay, thank you so much.
Sorry about that. Yeah, you should have absolute access by this. The character is controlled by you, so that's kind of weird. All right, anyway, let us go down to this thing here. I didn't know if you wanted soap and stuff like that, so you can keep it, to get rid of it, do whatever.
She's got sap in her armpits. I don't think soap's gonna help.
Jesus.
I honestly, it's letting me live my best life. So
it really is. I mean, it's just, jeez. Okay. And there was a dagger. Let's get you that dagger in there. So you currently have a dagger.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I added it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and let me add in the fundamental and property runes that it had.
Woohoo!
So this way you do have that. So it is a weapon potency +1.
Mm-hmm.
And what that means is that attack rolls will now receive a +1. And if it were striking, which it is, then you would receive you get an extra die of damage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I really like the fundamental runes. Then there are property runes, which then give you different things like fire, acid, axiomatic, brilliant, stuff like that.
Awesome.
In this case, that's what you have. Let me just double check one last thing here. As you are also one person on this entire adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Ordinarily, I wouldn't be giving these things out to a third level character, but...
Friends and family discount.
Husband discounts.
With benefits.
We're gamers with benefits. Fuck. Damn.
It's dumb. I love it.
We are so ruined. We really are. I like that it's every now and then somebody watches us play, and one of the comments recently given to you was, "It is so apparent how much you two love each other."
Yeah, it's silly. It's silly.
It's so silly. So if you take a look at your +1 brilliant striking dagger.
Okay.
Yes. So he said, let me show you this dagger real quick.
Okay.
Sometimes you, in your travels, you will come across the things that try to get away from life itself, the undead. While you may not
Hmm.
encounter them in Kriyokulal, you may come across them in your travels. This blade will assist you on those that are lacking bodies, as well as the bodies, the undead in general. It will do extra damage. So, it bites
Ooh.
deeper into their flesh or into their corpus.
I like, as he hands it back, I like hold it by the very end and I'm like, I'll just keep that in here.
This is very good. This is a brilliant druid's weapon. Did you happen to come across a sickle as well?
I mean, I just my sickle.
That's unusual. That person who's down there, I will tell you about him another time, but he he has a sickle as well.
I didn't see a sickle.
Well, once you come back, then, and you on your way on your journeys, if you ever, it can provide you with some information about these. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm going that way. If you want to like go grab that sickle and then we'll meet back at this tree when I'm all done, that'd be
No,
super helpful.
I cannot leave these mountains. And when he says mountains, he's looking at all of the books that are stacked up everywhere.
Oh, nice touch. It's almost like you're a professional storyteller.
Yes, almost. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate that. So, shall we go for the night? Go to sleep.
Yes, I am exhausted.
As sleep begins to overtake you, you have dreams that come to you and welcome you into the night. Here, it's very different. The wind howls outside and buffets the tree constantly. The creaking of the wood being comforting almost, knowing that this has been up here for all this time. But nonetheless, you imagine yourself walking through like snow about twice as deep as you are tall, trying to get your way through, knowing a false step will swallow you whole. You can, every now and then, as you look over to your left, you see a wall and you realize that you're on a mountain pass. Pebbles then come down from the top, and the winds threaten to freeze you. You try to light a fire in a little area that you manage to carve out of the snow, protecting you against the wind. And then the fire, you end up catching on fire, but nothing happens to you. Instead, your brilliance begins melting the snow around you. And then when you looked behind you, you were able to see that, well, it's no longer this mountain pass that you're on. Instead, you find yourself in a town just on the outskirts of one. Life is buzzing all around you, civilization of a northern people that you have never met before. So many of them, simply going about their labors. The cutting of wood here and there, music elsewhere. You journey amongst them and they seem to ignore you. You ask them for assistance. They apparently are not aware that you are there. And you go through and you recognize nothing about these people from any of your books. But then you see 5 Leshy nailed to a wall. And they are using it as if one would cook cabbage. You run out of the village and find yourself in what appears to be a beam of light of Arios, the sun itself, down on the knob of a hill, overlooking a massive valley. And you can hear the cries of battle down below, and this shaft of light is not just mere sunlight coming down, but it's like a deity-provided spear that pierces the land, and where you are is the tip. you can feel the warmth of the sun energizing you, and you become fueled with that power of the sun. Your branches grow, and so do you, but your feet also gain roots. You begin looking down upon the world, and all you see is war. Until finally, you see someone down below, in the middle of it all, stops what they do. They turn, they look up, and a spear lunges out of their hand and starts heading directly for you. And that's when you wake up.
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. I like gather all my stuff like really quick. I'm like throwing it in my bag. I like threw Barbara in there. Like time to go. Very shaken by the almost like a vision of the future.
He turns, he looks at you. Are you all right?
Yeah. I had a the visions that I get since I've been recruited have been like more and more important that I do what I set out to do. So I'm gonna go get that mushroom now.
Well, as you wish. Would you like some food or something to take with you?
Do you have acorn bread?
No, I do not have acorn bread. He reaches over to a bookshelf, kind of like the back of his fingernail going across its spines, settles on one, pulls it out. I will have acorn bread ready for you when you come back.
Sounds good. I could take that as payment.
I thought you would take the knowledge as payment.
That too, but acorn bread is my life.
Very well. Acorn bread it is. Oh, one other thing I wanted to give you. He rifles through some stuff, and you see, like, animal bones and pieces of snake skin. You see dried herbs that are, like, flaking apart even as he moves them. You see, like, small wooden toys that have very clearly been carved rudimentarily. And just all sorts of stuff. And then he pulls out one, like, ceramic vial and is like, not this one. This? No, this one I need to take daily. This one. And he hands it to you. And you can see it is a wide-mouthed, squat little bottle. It's big in your hands. But the cork is sealed, and it is red wax that seals it. This, if you find yourself in a position of dire need of health, this will bring your limbs back to where they should be. However, I only have one, so...
Okay, well, that sounds a little more potent than the other guy I got in my bag, which I hope is on my character sheet. It's not on my character sheet.
What are you missing?
There should be medicine, like a vaccine, not a vaccine.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's also there. Yep, I can add that.
Okay, and then there's also the bark skin something.
Yep, got that. I'll add that.
Cool, and that's it.
Okay.
So I add it to my collection, and as I add it there, I gingerly pick up Barbara and I set her down, and I look up at what's his name again, Avion.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, will you look after Barbara for me? She's not gonna do so great out there, and I have a feeling she's gonna have a much better time sitting in front of the fire for a few days.
Do you not have a bond with this one?
I do. She's the only thing in the entire universe that I care about. And I fear that if I were to lose her out there, that I wouldn't have the will to come back.
Do you gain your spells through this Barbara?
I look at Barbara. And she like does a little toot. I'm like, no. I don't think I get much from her except for company these days. Maybe soon though. Who knows as I get better. But I won't if she's dead. So
Hmm.
maybe just porcupine sit her for a couple of days.
Hmm. Yeah, well, yes, of course. No problem with that. Huh. And he seems lost in thought. And then he
What?
looks over at the blue-eyed raven. He looks down at the ground, not understanding something, and makes a very slight, like almost like a micro gesture, over to the raven. And that bird then comes over, lands on his head, and hops down on his shoulder. Well, we will absolutely look after Barbara and treat that little one very well, won't we? And the raven like cleans his beak on the man's shoulder and looks down with a single eye towards the porcupine Leshy.
Okay, Barbara, be good. And like Barbara's already like going over to
Go.
the fireplace, like laying down, like she's like,
Oh,
okay,
Barbara doesn't
whatever.
give a fuck? Oh, okay.
Barbara just likes to vibe, man. She's probably thrilled that she doesn't have to go to the danger zone. So
Fuck. Okay. Because normally that tie of familiar and master is like,
I'm sure, but it's not. She doesn't have anything yet, and I don't want to. If I have animal form, I don't want her to be on her own. So
don't you have an extra dimensional space?
I took that. I got rid of it because
Oh,
yeah, because I needed other spells. So I got rid of pet cache.
okay.
I can. I mean, I can get it back, but it's gonna.
No. It's you. I don't want to steer how you develop your character. That's fine. I didn't know you got rid of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, the raven hops down on the arm of the chair and then finally down to the ground, and then kind of like hops over, and Grim, you be nice now. And Grim comes over and just like turns sideways to the fire, and the beak starts going in between various like vine-like quills or thorny quills, and like sees a bug and swallows the bug.
It was like I think Bramble's like bracing for like Barbara to just like shoot out a quill.
No. And no. Grim is cleaning Barbara, so
That's adorable.
so with that, you end up well, take it from here.
Well, I hope I don't die. I'll be back.
He escorts you out, and you have an opportunity to ask him anything or do what have you as he leads you to a path that you will be able to follow down into Creel Galal.
Now I think about it. What happens if I die?
I promise you, I will find you. And you will not live like that.
Will you take care of Barbara? Promise.
Of course. Barbara is a child of nature.
Okay. All right. That's good enough for me. I dealt with a giant spider queen and a giant cave centipede and a giant hill giant and a bunch of other giants. So I think I got it. Hope I got it.
Well, as you two talk and you make your way down the hill, there's definitely a noticeable change in climate. It does, of course, get warmer, but almost inordinately so. The winds here are hot and dry. On the other side of the mountain, it was lush and green, but here a rain shadow has been is all over. The whole area is one giant rain shadow. The winds pick up, And you can feel as you come down into more craggy rocks, the life that is there is replaced by sandy soil. Not even lichen, no moss, no trees, no grass. As you descend down into the hills over the course of a half of a day, you can see the horizon getting higher and higher as the surrounding mountains of Creel Galal completely envelop you. Down there you'll be able to see it's just on the other side of that small ridge down here at the base of the hill. Continue there. Stay to the right of it, so it is always on your left. And then, where you will see a rocky outcropping, cross over that, behind it, to get on the other side. Down there, you will see where this is.
Okay. I like take a little peek, see what I can see.
What you see right now is somewhere in the distance, there is a kind of like a greenish area, but it's not the color of nature. It's almost like swampy. And that swamp is which is just teeming with life, which is great. But it's the only green in this area. It is surrounded by like low rising mountains. Now you were able to see this as you came down. He described this as a fester pool. They don't eat out of it. It's the only thing that they do not eat. And he hasn't yet figured out what they do there. Luckily, where you are going is on the other side of those mountains. You have passed it from this location, passed it all the way, and then came down to the other side. And then you begin to descend into the hills. So when you finally arrive down there, or when he lets you go, you have a good idea where the path is. You can't get lost. You can see everything that he's referring to.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just kind of takes a half a step back to separate himself from you.
Well, thank you for saving me from the hill giant, and I won't let you down. I won't let my home down either.
I'm not concerned about me being let down. I simply do not wish for anything bad to happen to you. So you see where this path is?
Yeah.
And then you come down into that area right there.
Perfect. Cool. A little too close to that skull, but other than that, that's great. And Bramble's gonna go lock her front door because she forgot to lock the front door. So
What?
I forgot to lock my front door.
Oh, yeah, I know. Go.
I'm gonna lock it really quick. Well, my friend's supposed to be coming over, but she's still out, so I'm gonna go lock it really quick.
Okay. So, hi guys. Let me read some of the comments here. Waves a little golem flag. Oh, that's so cute, Alex. Let's see. Hey, Fick. Only Flaps, Victor. Who else do we have here? Crazy C. A couple of other people here. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us during this surprise session. I know that there's not many of us right now, but it's gonna get pretty wacky. So thanks for hanging out. I like this one here from Alex Vixen. I know what you're doing. This is Barbara. I know what you're doing, and this fire is warmer than outside, so I'm not complaining. And yeah, soap makes surprisingly good fishing bait. Soap makes good fish bait? I don't know anything about that. Hey, honey, did you know that soap makes good fish bait?
Alex told me a few minutes ago.
Well, I see that. Yeah, I see it here in the chat. I didn't know anything about that.
I didn't know that either, but cool.
Yeah, hey, why not? Why not?
Well, Bramble doesn't have any because Bramble is a sneaky girl.
Sneaky girl, okay. So, yeah, we are, when you come down, first off, is everything good? You're good?
Yes, I'm good. I just wanted to lock the door and I did, so we're good.
Okay. All right. Totally cool. Let me get the map set here. And when Bramble finally comes into this little area, there's a presence upon stepping foot that is disconcerting at best. In front of you is a massive. Let me pull this up.
Say hill giant.
No, I'm not going to say hill giant. No, why would I say hill giant? No, no. No, it's a massive crack in the ground. For some reason it's not. Hold on.
Is there a log in the crack and a frog on the log and a bump on the...
Wow, are you really right now? Is that what you're doing? Why? Hold on. I don't know why this is doing this. This should be this, and let's see if this works. For some reason, the VTT wasn't coming up. Ah, 1 second on my side. I just have to do one quick little thing.
No worries.
Cool. Let me do that. Do this. Cool. There's that. Click here. Do this. And then I won't bore anybody else with narrating things that y'all can't see. So. Okay, hold on.
Theater of the mind.
It's totally a theater of the mind. Let's close that.
This and this and this, and it's just like Steve reenacting like Jack the Ripper or something.
Yeah, it really is. It's just, you know, it's kind of weird. All right, Bramble.
Oh no.
Oh yes. We're gonna be focused on you and only seeing things that you can see. But you may want to look around a little bit. Directly ahead of you. You know what? Let me see if I can.
Did the old crossroads circle.
Yeah. I'm going to hold on. Let me drop this. Let me do this here.
Can you hear me chewing?
No.
Okay, good. Great. Super.
Are you good?
Mm-hmm.
So, directly ahead of you, within the ground, it completely erupts in a barren landscape, like a scar that was carved into it. You're unable to see the opening because you're approaching it from the other side. Your job at this point, of course, is to get around this and find your way in.
I was gonna say I don't want to go around. I want to go in, but I see what you mean now. There we go. I had to zoom out a little. Okay, how far can I get before it starts to get
Treacherous?
treacherous? I think about right here. This looks a little. It looks okay.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, hold on. I want to go this way.
So, the drop. If you come a little too close to there, if you move forward a little bit. You see that drop?
Yeah.
You're going to take some damage.
Oh, fuck that. I'm not going that way.
Yeah, that's like 30 feet.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We'll go this way.
Okay.
So a nice little dirt path.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Bramble's gonna go. I'm gonna go around,
Let me
and
zoom
I'm gonna
out a little bit here. Well, go ahead.
and I'm gonna talk to myself as if Barbara was still there. So she's like, "Well, you know, I guess it's not that bad. Dirt can be good for some things. It could be, you know, good for growing things and getting in your eye, and that's about it, Barbara. Probably. Getting under your nails. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't have them. But
Stop.
man, I miss Barbara. Ooh, what's that?
We need to be able to see.
Oh God. Okay, hold on. It does the whole. How do you zoom in and out?
You have a mouse wheel?
I do.
Then there you go.
No. It goes all the way in, or it goes all the way out. It doesn't let me go a little bit in.
Oh, hold on for 1 second. That... 1 second. There's usually, like... At these points, we turn to Alex, because Alex knows everything. But your game controls are... Let's see. If you want to zoom in, you can use page up, page down.
That's what it is.
Or if you have a number pad, it's plus and minus.
No, just page up, page down is perfect. Thank you.
You got it.
Okay, now I see. What is that?
I'm going to zoom out for a little bit so we can see. What you see is a medium-sized creature that has made their presence known. They seem to have just hopped off of that wall. And as they begin moving forward, let's see. Oh, it's focusing on you. 1 second. I can.
Oh, how do I import my character sheet from on Foundry?
Oh, I can. We need to get that token again.
Okay.
So just give me a second, okay? And then
Sure.
we can do that. Melodramatically hair flip and hops. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's what you do. Let me bring this out a little bit more so we can see this. There we go. We'll do that. Okay, cool. So can you move ahead a little bit? There you go. So now we can see you just a little bit more. Let me get your token.
I'll go too close.
So what are you doing right now?
Well, I would like to change into animal form, but I have to wait for that spell to come up on my character sheet.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I just got the token. 1 second. This is what happens when you set up a stream like in the 11th hour. So we were like, we're going to do this real quick.
We got it.
Yeah, totally got it. Hold on. And I got this. Got that. Put that here. Do this. Get you some stuff. Okay, so again, shield block and spell delivery, etc. was not in there. Also, the dagger, for some reason, wasn't found, so we have to add that manually. So I'll take care of that right now. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. I don't know why that. I don't know why. The integration is not great. This is one of the reasons why I'm really looking forward to Nexus. That's going to be freaking amazing. Okay, Bramble. Let me get rid of that Bramble. And
I'm in a pocket dimension.
You are in a pocket dimension. And let's
pet cache myself.
Let's put that Bramble there. Okay, first off, double check your sheet. Let's move this back over there.
I'm gonna refresh because I don't see anything on there.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Hold on. Let's get that going. You don't see it?
Hold on.
Well, I see you.
I'm checking my spells. I don't have any of my spells on there.
Wait, you don't see... Hold on. What is it that you... Oh, I know why. Hold on. Because of light. It's just a light issue. It's a vision issue. 1 second. So you've got that, and you've got that. There you go. And let me put you back down. Okay. How about now? Can you see now?
I can see everything. I don't see anything on my character sheet. Did not import, is what I'm saying.
Like your character sheet is empty?
The equipment is all there. The spells are not.
Are you?
Oh.
No. You need to prep the spells. It didn't carry over the prep spells.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god, that is so annoying.
Really annoying, but that's okay.
So,
I can.
Here's the cool part. Okay, so all you have to do this, it should be fairly quick. When you click on the spell prep button, just click and drag the spells that you do have over, and it'll automatically fix. How many cantrips do you get?
I get 5, and it does not do the drag and drop.
Okay, hold on. How many first levels do you get?
Oh, I get 3.
And how many second level? 2. Okay.
And actually, 6 for cantrip because I get an extra one.
So you
for my
get
thing.
6. So you get 6 cantrips.
Yep.
Okay. Is one a good berry?
No, Goodberry's up there. It's
Okay,
Gale
good.
Blast.
All right, there you go. All right, sweet.
Thank you.
Then you're all set. Yeah, of course. So in order to do that, next to cantrip, first, second, etc., just fill in the number, and that's how many spell slots you have in there, and then that unlocks the ability for you to.
I hope I don't have to do that every time.
No, well,
Because I had to do that last time too. It's really weird.
it's it's not conducive to good stuffs. But I
Cool.
really appreciate you. Like,
No,
being
if
okay
anything,
about it.
Foundry can learn a thing or two from these streams. So, where you at, Foundry?
This is a module which is created by someone else.
Oh, where's that guy at? We just want to talk.
Wow. You're fucking vicious, man.
No, it's okay.
Is it? Is it? Okay.
So, I actually lied. I want to do. Nope, I didn't lie. I want to do.
Are we good? What's going on?
I'm gonna do animal form.
Okay. What
That
happens?
is what I guess. I call upon the primal energy to transform myself into a medium animal battle form. So
You're gonna go
just
battle these guys?
Well, no, I'm not. I just wanted to turn. I just wanted to turn into something that's a little less noticeable than a Leshy.
Okay.
So I could pick a snake. That's what I'm choosing, a snake.
That's cool.
Because Avianth said that there were a bunch of like reptiles and things, so it'd be a little less noticeable.
All right. That's cool. That's really cool. I'm setting up your dagger for you.
Sweet.
Yeah, so this way you don't have to worry about it. It's now a weapon. Has striking. It's +1 on weapon potency, and yeah, I'm really surprised that this did not. Yeah, this is identified. That it didn't carry over. That's so weird.
I know.
It's so weird.
So this only lasts a minute though, so she's gonna really just kind of slither her way down.
Okay, alrighty.
Through the rocks, like in between this stuff.
Alrighty, so that, all right, let's go back to the VTT. All right,
Yes.
sweet, and there we go. So since we're going to be doing this, and I'm sure that this is going to be contested, let's just get the initiative stuff out of the way. See what we have here.
Wait, why? I thought
Well,
I was trying to be sneaky sneak. This is only gonna last a minute. That's
I know,
really...
I know, and that's why. Or you can use. You want to use your stealth?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Didn't
It's okay. Roll stealth for initiative. That's fine.
roll stealth for initiative. What does that mean?
So in Pathfinder 2nd Ed, initiative is actually predicated on whatever action you were conducting at the time of initiative. So a rogue trying to stealth their way through things, or a little Leshy druid in this case, would then roll stealth in that moment. Most people would be rolling perception, because most people are like looking around before there's a battle, or they noticed an enemy. That's why perception was going. But, and it was actually, you noticed them prior to you stealthing.
So it would be perception.
It honestly would be perception.
So just for a learning moment for Pathfinder, does initiative mean that person noticed me? Because usually
no.
Oh, okay.
No, the characters themselves and NPCs, etc., are ignorant of any kind of a game mechanic. They don't know anything about initiative. So what that is for us to be able to determine fairly distances and other things as people are crossing. That, what brought the initiative about is that you noticed an enemy. It does not automatically grant someone else. Now, there are times when I've called for initiative and no one noticed anyone because, as far as you know anyway, because maybe they noticed you, you know?
Yeah,
But in this case, you noticing the enemy over there brings about initiative.
All right,
Because
I
of
did
the
not-
potential for battle.
I did not know that because usually when we do it in D&D, initiative is like, oh, the battle is imminent, but this is not. This is different.
Exactly. Yeah, this is, well, the way that I run it is we could absolutely improv our way through, and there's no harm in that whatsoever. In this case, though, because we're also learning Pathfinder 2nd Edition again, because we did play it like a couple years ago, because we're learning it again, I do want to take advantage of certain mechanics and use our time.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take advantage of that perception mechanic for initiative with that nice +10 bonus.
Okay. All right.
So I shall roll my initiative. 21.
Yeah, you got a 21 on here, as it is. So,
oh, you did it also. Cool.
Yep.
Amazing.
So, I don't know why it's called this. Hold on. This should be a Q, Gu, Lol. Alrighty, there we are. Yeah, that's better. I don't know why it comes up as something else.
Oh, but they got a 21 also.
They did, and yeah, so ties go to, I believe the tie goes to dexterity, whoever has the higher. So, as an FYI.
Right.
So,
Right.
describe what you look like, what your environment is, and let's get into it.
Okay, so as soon as she saw that she wasn't alone, she kind of like, her instinct was to like curl into herself, and she like just started like she kept going and going and going and going and going and realizing, oh, I'm actually turning into something, and accidentally cast animal form and became a snake. So she kind of started to slither into the cracks in the rocks to kind of hide and sneak her way around him. It only lasts for a minute, so she's trying her best to be as expeditious as possible.
Okay, so you have cast the spell. You have already switched. Roll stealth.
Okay. Where are the proficiencies? There they are. +6. Roll. That's an 8.
Cool. So. That's cool.
I'm just a little guy.
Just a little guy. It's all right.
There's so many snakes around here. Why would you be interested in this little guy?
Yeah, it's all right. Alex is like, her wildest survival skill got so good she could track a pixie over a stone after 3 days of snowfall.
Not with an 8.
Not with an 8. That is correct. That is absolutely correct.
Unless he fucking rolls shit.
Well, let's find out.
Damn it. Why does he ever have a +8? That would have been cool if it was just...
Because all they ever do is look for life. And seeing something slithering over there, it begins to move. At first, stopping in the air every now and then, kind of curious as to what new scent it just picked up on. And then it springs into action, moving forward, and continues to look. During this time, you manage to get down into the rocks, and now it's scanning the area. You can kind of tell it almost has like a preternatural sense about it.
Does it look like it's using its eyes to navigate, or does it look like it's using a different sense?
It looks like it's using smell and vision. Great question.
Okay, smell and vision.
Yeah.
So she can either hide in the rocks or keep going. I guess she'll try to lose him. It's only a minute, so she's going to try to slither down and lose him.
Okay, well, keep in mind, in combat, that gives you 10 turns.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But she's literally just a guy, so she's going to go... I mean, Avianth did not sing the praises from the rooftops of these guys, so she's not prepared to have tea with them. She's not going to be able to centipede her way out. So she's going to try to stealthily lose him. I don't know if that's an actual thing she can do, like an actual action.
So, yeah, well, you're actually bringing up a great question. So, like, how does stealth work in Pathfinder 2nd Ed? So I'll refer to Archives of Nethys for this. The short version is, excuse me, stealth as an untrained action. All right, what you're essentially trying to do is hide. So you have stealth to skill, and then you have skill actions. So you're going to conduct like a hide action. which falls under stealth. So you roll stealth for it, but you have conceal an object. You hide something on your person
Yeah.
that somebody's looking for. You can hide yourself. You can sneak. Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah, exactly. So if you
I want
want
to sneak.
Okay. So if you want to, I'll read it right here. So if you want to sneak around while there are creatures that can see you, you can use a combination of hide and sneak to do so. Okay.
Great.
So first, you have to hide behind something. Now,
Okay.
you can take advantage of cover or having a concealed condition due to a spell or something like that. Okay. And if you have a successful stealth check, that makes you hidden, though the other person may still know where you are. So he saw a snake, and now he's going to try coming after that, okay? But let's just say that you successfully hide. So now that you hide, you try to sneak. So first you establish the hide. That's all that is. All right, so let's learn about hide.
Okay.
So you're going to hide behind something that's going to afford you with cover or greater cover or deeper into concealment to become hidden rather than observed. So remember, observed and hidden and all these things are different gradients of how well someone can perceive your presence. So what's going to happen is I'm going to roll your stealth in secret.
Question. Does my location being behind the rocks, because last turn I hid behind the rocks, does that give me advantage, or does that establish that I'm already hidden so that does not have to be rolled?
So the way that you described your action is you turned into an animal and then you slithered into the rocks.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to use those rocks as cover in order for you to establish hide.
Sure.
But so it's not giving you advantage. The rocks must be part, or some cover must be part of the hide action. And that's what your rocks are.
Oh, so I didn't actually complete the hide action, even though I stated.
Well, the stealth was the crossing over to the rocks. Now you're going to try to hide. You tried to sneak while you were in plain sight.
Okay.
Because you weren't first hid. That's what that is.
Yeah, I'm going to trust the process because that's a lot of steps, and I know that you know what you're doing.
So it's actually it's 2 steps.
Okay.
Find something to hide. If somebody sees you, okay.
Yeah.
So if somebody, you're out in the middle of a field and there's a rock 10 feet away that's big enough to be able to cover you, if you can get behind it, okay?
Yeah.
So somebody sees you in the middle of a field, 10 feet away is that giant-ass rock, okay? They see you. You try to sneakily go from where you are to the rock. That ain't going to work because they see you. What are you going to do? You kind of go, yeah, it's not going to happen.
Right.
So you dash behind the rock at full speed. Now you hide. Now they can't see you. And then as they come around, you start sneaking away, in this case, using the rock as an example, because you're in the middle of a field in this example. Okay. Use the rock as to keep you two apart. So, or divided. So yeah, that's how that works.
Okay. That is definitely the definition of crunchy. So
it's 2 roll. Okay, well, let's go into this deeply crunchy system. Never mind GURPS or riffs or anything. So let's do.
I've never played that.
That's fair. So
I know.
So first you're gonna hide, okay,
Yes.
and then I'm gonna do that with this is gonna be a secret stealth check. I'm just curious. This is the first test roll. Let me see if that works.
If it's high, then let's use
it
that.
Worked. Hold on, can you see that?
No.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Now I'm going to roll its perception, and this is also going to be a naughty secret thingy. Okay, are you able to see that?
No.
Let's play it out.
Okay.
It is your turn. He's moved.
I guess I'm just gonna start moving and then pretending. I assume that I hit, so I'm gonna sneak.
Yeah, so exactly. You don't know if you did or not. That's the fun part. Yeah.
I'm sure that's fun for you. Okay, Bramble is gonna just kind of like.
Okay, now keep in mind that you're striding up to half your speed because you're trying to remain quiet.
Okay, let me measure this.
You can hold
But
down
that's
the control key as you move your stuff.
that's not what I want. How do I get rid of this?
I'll take care of that. You put down a measurement, or you put down a
I,
thing.
I,
Okay. You look on the left hand side.
uh-huh.
Or you have a measurement control.
Yeah, and I'm
Don't.
yeah,
Yeah. No. Don't use measurement controls.
measure
Okay.
distance.
What you want to do is make sure the little person is clicked on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you're going to press and hold down control on your keyboard and then move your.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Hold on, honey. Hold on. 5, 10. So
So
I'm probably about
you were
right here.
here. You were here.
Yeah. Right. Right. So it's probably I'm gonna be right. Jeez.
Press
I'm gonna go.
escape. There you go.
Got it. Got it. I'm gonna go right here. That's 15 feet. But I go up. I went up and over.
So that's fine. So that's one move. Okay. You Pathfinder 2e. There are 3 actions you can take.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going. Then I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Go ahead.
3 move actions. So let me see if I can do this correctly. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
There you go.
No, to about there.
You have a movement of 30. Yeah.
Yep.
How did your Leshy get a 30?
You said I had 3 moves, and I attacked my.
Yeah, that's what I'm double checking because I thought Leshy because they're so small.
Yeah, but remember you said it was a medium, so technically,
Most of them have 25s. That's why. Yeah, your speed is 25. It is not 30. Your baseline speed is 25.
Was half of 25. 13. Okay, so I'll go back 5, I guess. Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'll round it out.
Yeah.
And that's the end of my hopefully successful sneaky turn.
That is the end of your turn. Alrighty. In the combat tracker, in the encounter tracker, you can advance yourself.
Right.
You can also right-click on a menu option within Foundry and have it pop out.
Yes. There it is. End turn.
There you go.
Look at me go.
So immediately, this thing sniffed the air, saw a disturbance in the rock from you slithering over. A small pebble fell over, and it ran full tilt directly to where you were. And you can hear it shuffling around up top, looking everywhere. Unfortunately for it can't find you.
Okay. So Bramble's gonna be like, bye, and sneak into the cave.
Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna give you a little bit of something.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled so well, it was a crit success.
No shit.
Oh, there was not a fucking chance it was going to see you.
Littlest sneaky guy.
Yeah. Alrighty. When you come into the cave, I'm going to set up the map for you.
Okay.
There we go. When you come into the cave, the first thing that you notice is that it's actually rather well lit, but there's also some massive pillars that are all around within. Let me get you here.
Oh.
Hold on. I want to make sure that... Hold on. I want to make sure that you can see stuff. Okay. Can you see things and move?
I can.
Can you move?
Yes.
You can. Excellent. All right. Let's go to the map.
Yeah.
When you come into this... When you come into this area, you can immediately see that there are mushrooms of varying sizes that are tenaciously clinging to the various stalagmites on the ground. You can also see opposite you, somewhere on the other side, a shadow of a figure moving around.
What? I can?
Oh. Nope. And cool. So
it's probably behind that row. Oh, fun. Great. Another one.
It's a thing.
Excellent. I'm still a snake.
Okay.
I'm looking at that little entrance down there. Is that... Hold on a second.
Is what?
All right. Sorry, I had my kids behind me.
Sure.
So the cave, the entrance that's right there, is
The
that
entrance that's right where?
in front?
That?
That, yes. Um, does that count in Bramble's head as what Aviance said about like only go into the one entrance?
I don't know. Amiant is not here to clarify.
Okay, well, Barbara will be happy. And well taken care of.
You may he said several things and provided you with instructions several times.
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
I am trying to recall that because I didn't write it
If
down.
anybody in chat remembers, they can help you.
Oh, I gotta pull up chat.
No, I'm watching chat. You can.
Okay.
It's all right. If anybody out there in chat land, if any of the Evan dwellers happen to remember what Avian's instructions were to Bramble, please do type it out. So, and this is why you don't leave your familiar behind, because your familiar can go or
Yeah.
so the cave, that you're in,
Uh-huh.
you come into the cave. You can see multiple entrances all around. There are pillars and things moving in the distance. You can see lights in other entrances.
Oh, okay. I do see other entries. Shit. Okay. Well, that's slope. This is a slope, right?
Where you are,
No, down there. Where I was just at. Here.
that
That's
is a slope going down.
Okay, that's where I want to go. Cool. Great. Because that's what he said. Go to the slope. Something about the slope.
Yeah, you walked down a slope in order to get to where you are.
Yep. And then he said something else. I just remember slope. Don't go to the multiple entrances. Just go in the one and leave in the one. And after that, Bramble dissociated.
Aw, okay.
The player dissociated. Bramble was listening intently.
Okay, if Bramble was listening intently, then that's not a problem. So what we see here is if Bramble turns around and looks at the entrance, see how it's kind of glowing?
Right.
You see how the other entrances are also glowing?
Yes.
So what he's and are you now in a cave?
Yeah.
So congratulations, you made an entrance into the cave. What he said was come out of and go into the same one. Do not enter into any others. And you were about to enter into another.
Oh, okay, good. So I do remember that, and
Okay,
I
good.
remember that accurately.
Okay.
Excellent. So
You didn't say that just now. I want to clarify. Are you gaslighting me? I think you're gaslighting me.
well, no, all I said was that I'm not supposed to go into any other entrances. So
That is true. Yes. Yeah.
yes. So I was trying to remember if that counted as an entrance, or if these are the entrances. And then this one had the slope, so it threw me off because I thought that was the technical entrance. Okay,
Yeah.
so now I'm looking for. So then he said the mushroom will be in that.
He said that they. Yeah, he said that that you will find mushrooms there, and he would like preferably 3, and they're like usually the size of your head.
Would it be these?
You can see, and like I said, you can see orange mushrooms clinging tenaciously to the stalagmites.
Yes. Okay, great. So that is easy, be breezy, beautiful cover girl, because I could just sneaky sneak over here and grab 3. That'd be nice. So I'm gonna.
Before you do that, Mr. Not So Nice up top can see that kind of movement.
If I sneak?
Well, we're going to get into initiative first. We're going to find out first. So let's do that. Let's do that again. Hold on.
This process reminds me of like the DMV. Like
Okay.
I kind of follow, like I follow where the arrows tell me to
Oh,
go.
I'm so sorry. I mean, we can certainly switch over to a different game system.
No, it works fine. It's just it's something that I don't yet like I get the concept. I don't yet understand the nuances of each station. I just know that there's an end goal and I'm like, "Oh, I got to get there." And it's good. It's fine. I'm still learning.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's talk about it off stream and see. Because the ultimate goal of a game is for you to have fun. And if the Pathfinder Second Edition is not fun for you, because you're finding it too complex, then we can absolutely recreate the characters and what have you in a different system. And this could be completely of your choice. That's not a problem at all.
That sounds good, but I'm also having a lot of fun, so we're good. It's a non-issue.
Okay.
And right click. Good. Got my encounter tracker.
So you
There's two.
you don't see the other.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see the other. So just be careful of that.
Okay.
So you were sneaking. Now, where you are now, I think it's easy to say that there's a little bit of area right here, like right here. Well, let's see, like this area here. You are now inside of rock right there, okay? And you were here. So I'll allow you a sneak, assuming that you came out from a hidden position. We're going to assume that you were already hidden. So
Okay.
okay, so you can roll stealth.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to use that as your initiative.
Oh, that's not as good as my perception. Okay.
Would
That's
you?
okay.
It's up to you. What would you like to do?
I'll do, I mean, I got a 16. I think that's fine,
Yeah, that's okay.
right?
I mean, yeah, the 22 under perception, but let's update that.
Oh,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't change my
Yeah, no, it actually didn't. It didn't change the
perfect.
order at all. All right, perfect.
Take
So,
one for the team.
yeah, let me pull this up here. Describe how you are beginning to move from place to place. Now, it's not your turn yet. So you
Right.
just came in. You noticed each other. You were in the process of sneaking down here. That is what you were doing as the snake, and you are still a snake, yeah? Or did you come out of it?
I'm still a snake.
Okay.
Because, and I'm just assuming that it went from one initiative to the next in terms of time. So I can continue. This would be like my third turn, I guess.
Okay.
When it comes up. So the way she's gonna go is she sees those bugs moving around.
Mm-hmm.
And remember that these guys can see and smell. So she's hoping that if she kind of blends in with the natural movement of the cave, then it will all be all great, all good. So
Can you see anything?
I can
Did you see any of the rolls?
No. No, I did not.
Cool.
I did not.
So it's now going to go.
Okay.
It had detected something over there. Unsure exactly what. It begins to make its move. At first, cautiously, taking a look here and there. Kind of going back and forth, seeing where things might be. And then comes to rest right here.
That is so many things. Oh, he's got 3 different movements.
No, that was 2. He still has 1 action left, but he's going to spend it just looking around. You are within... So he's done. I apologize. Let me move this over. So, that creature, there is something emanating off of him. It's awful. You pick up on it. You can smell rot and decay.
I want to spend an action trying to get a good, as much information as I can. Can I do that? As much information as I can on that guy?
Or you're like studying him?
Yeah. Is that something I could do in combat?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's not a
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can... So you are observing him, essentially.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I don't even know if there is a skill action for something like that.
Yeah.
But it's going to fall under perception. So give me a perception check and let's see what happens.
Uh, okay. 14.
So well, first off, he's within 10 feet of you. So you're able to see some stuff. So it's going to be an easy check. You don't need to be like trained to look at somebody. So you are looking at him and you can see that this face is it's their face is covered in this case with like the skull of it's like it's a Harrick's head.
Awful.
Yeah. And you can see thick knotted hair that comes down off of its head from underneath the mask. You can see a kind of an ooze opened up on its neck, dripping slowly down, almost never actually healing.
Ooh.
The aura that you get out of it is the same that you would have with a trigger warning, with a raw chicken that's been left out.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't cook that chicken for dinner tonight.
Combined with a compost pile, which in itself, the compost pile should not be smelling bad, but there is definitely an earthiness to it as well. But it's not a healthy earth, like a compost pile, which should be healthy.
Okay. Anything like magical or like
How would you go about detecting anything magical on him?
detect magic?
You gonna cast a spell right now?
I can't. If I cast a spell, is there a possibility of him seeing it?
Most likely.
What kind of?
But
Let me see
detect
what that
magic
is.
is somatic and verbal, so you'll have to make some sounds.
Oh, I never pay attention to the components of it. I just always cast it, and it's fine. Cool. I'm gonna.
I want to know these people that you play with because, man, I love that system.
It's like a rule of cool.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Kind of like it's one of those mechanics that you
Yeah,
don't
normally, honestly, normally I don't even give a shit. But you are so close, and you are a snake. I'm curious how you're going to cast a spell in snake form.
Well, I'm not.
No, okay.
Yeah, since it's somatic and verbal. I am going to, I guess I don't want to move. I will,
You want to remain hidden?
yeah, I want to hide better.
Sure. Where you don't exactly have cover, but you already hid. So I can say that as he like turns around and is like looking elsewhere, you would be able to, like, for example, sneak like over here or something like that. If that's something that you would like to do. He is very clearly like looking around.
It is. Yeah, when his back is turned, I want to go right into this little crevice right here
Okay.
and hide.
Okay. So let's assume then that he was facing this way.
Okay.
Alrighty. So as your second action, give me a sneak check. So on your character sheet in Foundry, the second icon is your actions.
Yes.
And then scroll down, you will see all of the skill actions I've been talking about.
Nope, there's none.
Wow. What
Yeah.
the fuck? Okay, so hold on. That is so weird. All right, sneak. 14.
Okay.
So now when he tries to, let's see. Okay, his back is turned. So far, there's no additional reaction. Are you done with your turn?
That would have been 2 and 3, I guess. Yeah, because I moved and then I hid.
Okay. Go ahead and end your turn.
Oh, yes, sorry. I have the thing up and everything.
No worries. First time for that, right?
No.
No?
No, it's like my third time, but thank you for believing in me.
I love you.
It's gonna be my first time forever. I will be a perpetual Pathfinder virgin.
You are so cute. So.
Weaponized incompetence.
So that guy that is near you, he like sniffs the air a little bit more and like looking around for something, can't find it, and then he calls out. And then you can hear something from the other side. And you hear the scattering of footsteps coming closer to you. The footsteps run. They stop. At some distance. And then they come a little bit closer. Almost to where the other one is. Oops.
Okay.
It should be here, then there, then there. Yep.
I'm gonna have a combat question in a minute.
Sure. I don't know why I can't move this guy. There, and then finally there. There we are. Okay.
Okay.
And it is now your turn. Oh, excuse me. No, it's the other one's turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that one, I don't know why they reversed, but they did. This one comes up, moves through the other place, and steps over here, looking around as if to see if there's anyone there. Turning around quickly, this one now needs to make a perception check against your former stealth.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh God! Don't.
It
talk
moves
like that.
immediately right here, turns around, stomps on an insect, and devours it. It is sees other. Its back is to you. You are within like 3 inches. You can bite this thing if you wanted to. It sees a whole bunch of these other insects that are scurrying around all over the place, and then he lifts up his hand and he. And all of the insects stop. You hear it breathe out from under the mask. And it begins walking away.
Babe, I hate the secret dice. Oh man, that was a wild ride. I literally didn't breathe that whole time.
And what are you doing, love?
Okay, fuck. I'm going to...
Sorry.
No, don't apologize. That was really fun. I forgot to breathe. I've been manually.
Okay.
Those things are scary.
Yeah, the Krill Galal are not fun.
I would like to spend an action. You know what? I think I could do this. I want to hold and watch one of them move again because I want to study how they are like investigating. Like, what are they doing? Are they like on a patrol? Are they just living their life? I want to know if they are put there purposefully to eradicate anything that goes into the cave, or if they are just free-range Creole Galals. Does that make sense?
I do, yeah. You're trying to understand their purpose, I suppose?
Yeah, because I want to know if I should just hunker down and let them go farther away so I can try to grab some of these mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I have to like change how I do this.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be a perception check, essentially. Okay.
Okay.
It's like, like a sense motive.
Okay. So perception. Oh, fucking nat 20. So I got a 30.
Dude, yeah, wow. Okay.
30.
So what you manage to get out of this is as they pass by each other, you
Mhm.
totally take advantage of that moment. They do not communicate with any language that you're able to hear, or excuse me, able to understand. They're just not getting that. Maybe some magical tongues or comprehend language or something along those lines might be able to assist. But you don't have that right now.
Hmm.
What you do see is that as they pass each other, they aren't touching each other. But as one comes close, they smell. And then they go back to what they were doing. Their eyes, when they were close to you, were darting around. Like they, as they looked, the eyes extremely bloodshot, and the middle, the iris, seemed like perpetually scarred.
Oh.
And as they shift and they move, they kind of do that, and then they look somewhere else, and then their eyes begin looking around again. They seem like they are constantly on the watch for anything that they could possibly eat. These mushrooms, as Aviant had said, they cannot eat. They will not eat.
Okay.
But any opportunity. So far, everything that you got out of them is that these are hunters and scavengers, and constantly on the look for food. But you also pick up on slight differences in clothing. Aside from colors of hides and stuff like that, there seems to be almost a station amongst them. One of them, the one on the left, looks like it had been recently converted. And the other one, the one on the right, is a teacher of sorts. And you understand that as this one passes by, this one puts out his hand, stops it, points down at the ground, smacks it in the face. The guy's head turns around, looks at him, and he goes like that to its eyes. And then he gauges, does something. The two of them now look at the ground with their backs to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't see what it is that they're doing, but apparently it's another bug or something. And the guy now at the top, the student, revels in this newfound language, holds out his hand, and again, then reaches down, looks at the bug, and it's not moving. He throws the carcass away.
Okay.
Then
That
they
was
they go back to doing what they were doing.
okay. So that was a fucking lot. That was a good roll. Jeez. So just to clarify with that 30, the smell and vision, does it seem like they it seems like they are really keen on like looking, but it also seems like they're more reactive to smell.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll take that as a perhaps.
They
So
no, it's your observations are correct. Your 30 is informing you correctly.
cool. Okay, okay. I love the bloodshot eyes. It's really nice touch. Um, okay. So when they are they're about they're far enough away, I think.
They've moved some distance from you now.
Okay. So just like stopping a spell is an action, right?
Stopping a spell?
Yeah.
How
Like
do you mean stopping a spell?
changing back out of animal form.
Dispelling,
Dispelling.
well, you stop concentrating or what have you. You know what? I don't actually know the answer to that. Like, what happens? No, I just assume it's you just stop it.
Okay.
I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop it. So this is what Bramble's gonna do. Bramble is going to wait until they're about that far away,
Okay.
and there's a bunch of little pebbles and stuff around.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to stop the spell behind like this rock that she's behind.
Okay, so you're shifting out. Okay.
Yes. And she's going to pick up a a
Was
rock.
this wild shape, by the way, or
No, animal form.
animal form? Thank you. I'm sorry. You
That's
did say
okay.
that previously.
No, you're so good. And she's going to pick up a rock and throw it.
Okay.
Um, you know what? She's gonna throw it down this cavern as deep as she can go
Okay.
because her goal is to pluck 3 of these and book it out of there.
Okay. With them, so far you've been very good with your stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Are you certain you want to do something that is going to cause noise and get
Um,
them closer to you? Because they are moving away.
will will shifting out of my form cause noise?
No.
Will lifting up a rock cause noise?
Lifting up a pebble?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Okay, then I'll hold the rock and see what happens. I'll continue to hide
Okay.
and see where they go.
Okay. All right. Yeah, not a problem.
Cool. Hold on, I want to do this proper. So let me
Okay.
right click into my turn. All right.
All right. All right. Now the other one is now going to move. Begins going up here and then what have you over to there and then and then he comes over to the mushrooms. And the other guy likewise, just kind of taking a look around, and then they break off and start going in different ways.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'm gonna. Oh wait, what does my brilliant dagger do again? Does it brilliantly cut mushrooms off stalactites?
Does it brilliantly cut mushrooms?
Yeah, off stalactites.
Brilliant protects it has bonuses against undead.
Super. What are mushrooms but the undead of the forest?
I think biologists might disagree.
Well, she's
I
an
think they might.
archivist. She didn't write the material. She just put it away.
Okay, so she read like
She saw the biology book. She's like, this is boring. And then she put it back on the shelf.
and then like immediately picked up like a conspiracy theorist like tome of information or something like that. And it's mushrooms. Nature's undead. So.
Mushrooms, what are they but flat earths on sticks?
What? What?
Little guy with a little guy.
God. What the fuck? So.
Okay, anyways.
God, you're cute. I love you.
I love you too. So, Bramble, keeping the pebble in hand,
Yeah.
is going to sneak
Okay.
through this back stalactite,
Stalagmite. Yeah.
stalagmite, and try to pluck 3 of them as quietly as she can.
Okay, so for this, hey, Tales of Arussia just raided us with 2 folk. What's up, guys?
Hi, Johnny.
So you're now gonna pluck 2 of them. So you want to be stealthy about this, right?
Would love to.
Yeah. So we're gonna roll stealth
And you've
again.
been rolling so well for me.
Well,
I have faith in you, love of my life.
wow. Okay.
Unconditionally.
That's fine. That's fine. So remember what I said about the various skill actions for stealth?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what one of these are.
Okay.
So you have conceal an object. You hide a small object on your person. So you're going to determine this. You're going to be the one to choose, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to hide a small object on your person when you try to sneak a concealed object past someone who might notice it. So do you think that there's any difference between you carrying it and you... I'm sorry. Do you think that conceal an object skill action would apply here?
No.
Right, exactly, because they don't know that you're doing this.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely fine. So then there's hide, which you're already doing. Okay, there's sneak, so you can sneakily try to do this. That kind of works, but you also have another ability on your sheet called thievery.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Thievery is a skill.
Oh, that's one of those fancy ones. But it's only a +1. I'm untrained in it.
Okay, well, this is how you learn.
Oh, great. Alrighty. So do I need to make any
Make a thievery check if you're doing it quietly.
no, the question I had was, do I have to make any sneak check to get, because I moved?
No.
Okay.
No. That's going to be implied. They're walking in a different way. They're no longer looking for you. I'm not going to get that down to that level of initiative.
Gee, I hope I don't get A1 on this one.
So what this is in Pathfinder 2nd Ed, there's a general action known as manipulate. And so manipulate always uses up a move action. Manipulate might be I'm going to pick up a sword off of the ground. I'm going to retrieve an object out of my backpack. I'm going to pull the wand out of its sheath, like that kind of stuff. So what you're going to do is steal. This is a thievery skill action, and it uses manipulate. So manipulate is just this general category. Many things fall into that category, and that's how Pathfinder 2E constructs itself. It has essentially tags or traits that can be applied to things. So if you memorize the traits, you can read something brand new and completely understand what it does.
Oh, okay. The tag system's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah. So
neat.
it's a very quick way to learn what could be a complex, very crunchy system. They did simplify it in some ways from the first ed, but then branched out from there. So either way, yeah, you're going to try to take a small object from another creature without... hold on. From another creature? No, because you're not going to do that. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to say that you do it. Yeah, screw it. You managed to get 3.
Fuck yeah! Okay.
Not a problem. Not a problem. You managed to get 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Conditions have changed. So we're going to... And then I assume then you're going to sneak out.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Cool.
So, I'm going to show you what you got.
That means it's bad. I fucking knew the next roll. I knew in my heart of hearts that the next roll was going to be in that one.
Are you ready?
I knew it.
Okay, describe what happens. You got a 1 for a total of 7. Now, in skill checks, there's no such thing as critical or fumble. So it's just a 1. So it just means that's a very low roll. It's a 7. They could roll lower than that, and you'd be okay, but it is not an automatic failure. It's not like melee or ranged attacks or spell attacks. Okay?
So do I have to wait for them to do it until I figure out if it's a crit or just a failure?
No. Again, there's no crits. There's a failure is relative to the contested number. So if they are rolling perception against yourself, you want them to get a 6 or lower on their perception. So either way, you did horrifically. Explain to me what you did, and I'll handle whether or not they react to it.
Okay. I think I used the sickle to cut them off, and I think I dropped it.
Oh, and then it goes clattering in the cave. You immediately hear, and they immediately, like an alarm goes out. We're going to say that you used up all your actions cutting down the 3. Okay, and one of them is now going to go. And let's see here. This is going to be, oh boy, 20. This is going to be 30. Hold on. I'm going to have him move here. Let's do a perception check and see how bad. Wow. He comes over here, stands confused for a moment, isn't sure where anything is, or excuse me, where the sound was, and oh, for crying out loud, and stops at the top of those steps. The other one, likewise, answering as well. Oop. Stop. Stop. Oh my God. This fucking thing. There we go. This one is going to move over to here, and then here, come straight down, meet up with his friend. Let's roll a perception on him, see what we have. And makes a beeline.
Oh, great.
I can only travel 30 feet. Comes to right... Oh, fuck. Comes to right here. And he's looking out that he's looking out that door. You go.
I want to hide more. I want to hide. I think I want to hide. I don't...
Okay, yeah, not a problem. So you are currently hidden, but you can double down on it and try to find a better place. So, by all means, go ahead.
Yeah. So, what is this? A stealth?
It's a high. Yeah, it's a
stealth action.
Yeah, hold on. I can roll it for you because for some reason in Foundry you can't see it. So it's going to be hide. So for you, it's stealth plus 6.
Uh-huh.
You don't even hear yourself make sound. Where do you want? Yeah. So you can move over like 5 feet if you want.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back to behind this rock. I guess it's...
He's in full view of that. He can see that.
Oh, okay.
The stalagmites. So you were here. Well, excuse me. You were here.
No, I was down one.
Or you were here.
Yeah. I was in the middle of those.
Okay, cool.
And that was a good spot. I don't really care. I don't need to move.
You can go there if you want because he can't see through that.
Okay, then I'll go there.
Okay, that's fine. So just to read hide again, so that you have it, you huddle behind cover or greater cover or deeper into concealment to become hidden rather than observed. The GM rolls your stealth check in secret and compares the result to the perception DC of each creature you've observed. So you've got some nasty stuff going on there, but if it is a success, if the creature could see you, you're now hidden from them. Mm-hmm. So essentially what we did is that we already re-rolled hide to see if you can get something a little bit better by shifting your position. And I will tell you, you honestly feel you're in a better position.
Okay, good. I'm leaving the sickle. I've made up my mind that I don't need it. I'm just
okay. So we're gonna say that there's a sickle on the ground now.
Well, yeah, but it would be in where it was before, so it'd be like in that spot that he probably can't see.
Yeah, and so we're talking. Let's see. You're probably talking like right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. That's where the sickle is. And you know what?
Are you making a sickle? It's great.
There you go.
Communism.
Fellow comrade stalagmite. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I need you to do your end turn thing.
Oh, yes. There we go.
All righty. So the next one. This one knows it heard something. Mm-hmm. And comes over to right over here.
Oh my God.
Takes an additional 5-foot step, a little bit closer to right there. And turns. And then steps forward to look in that area.
Shut the fuck up.
looking around. It then sees a bug in the corner, leaps on it, and that's the end of its turn. So now, if this thing turns around, you know it can see you. FYI. This one steps in, looks out, goes in, and continues.
Fuck.
Your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do the thing I was gonna do. So I'm gonna try to like find a better I thought you were whispering to the cats for a second. I'm gonna find a better hiding spot like I'm gonna say that he wouldn't be like right here in the
That might work. That might absolutely work. So let's use a sneak.
yeah.
See if you do that. So because you are moving for the purpose of like totally doing stuff here. Okay, I have your roll. And let's see if this one. I mean, we're really running. Oh man, we are running hard on the whole rolling of dice in this one. This is to teach us.
That's fine. I really appreciate it because I'm learning a lot about the tags and the moves and things like that.
Cool. So, you have shifted position behind the stalagmites. You can hear it like shifting around. You're pretty certain that it's not going to see you. And then it turns around and starts moving forward. And then it stops. You hear it stop dead in its tracks. And then you hear the clinking of metal. And then it scrapes up against the stalagmite, making that eerie sound that reverberates all throughout the cave. It cries out. It cries out. Whoops. Yeah, all of a sudden Saruman is there. Turning around now with sickle in hand, it begins to look around a little bit more, not understanding what is happening. And that's where it's going to end its action. The other one, whoopsies. The other one, come on, oh damn it.
Where'd you go?
There's like multiple key presses with all of the actions here. The other one comes charging in and immediately like faces that one, and they're examining, and you can hear them both sniffing and shifting around, and you can feel. First off, that one's aura coming off of this thing is awful. Remember what I said before? It's got this nasty stench that's all around it. Well, I need you to make a DC 16 Fortitude save.
Okay, I just need an 8 or higher. Just an 8. Yes, I made it.
10. That's an 18.
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
That was Jesus.
It made it. I think one of my things when I leveled up was I leveled up my fortitude, reflex, and will by 1. So now I'm an expert in fortitude and will saves.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let me just check something out. Attempt to fortitude DC. Okay, good.
While you're checking that out, I just got to check on Bronson because he's sniffing a lot. Hold on.
Yeah, go
just
ahead.
A second.
Go ahead. So what I see here is this stench, this aura. It's like 10-foot aura surrounding these creatures. They succeeded, or excuse me. Oh, you're listening. Oh, you're still there. I thought you were going to go check on Bronson.
I just turned around. He's on the bed.
Okay.
I just asked him if he was okay.
Oh, okay. You're fine. You can feel it like, oh God, and you just like choke it back for a second. You start breathing through your mouth and not your nose. You're all right. They are really concerned about this thing, and then immediately you hear just a scrambling of feet and the two of them rush off into that cave from earlier with the thing in hand, and you can hear from beyond, and you're beginning to pick up differences in their intonations and sounds. And then you hear from every single cave opening.
Yeah, bye.
And a whole bunch of feet start making their way in.
I'm fucking leaving as soon as I can because it's not my turn.
Go ahead.
Bye. Running.
Yeah, okay.
Are you out the cave?
And you shifted out of snake form, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Wow.
I'm gonna do all 3 actions. Just fucking.
You just fucking
dodge,
bolt
dash,
out.
dodge,
Okay.
dodge. Yeah.
So, yeah, you bolt out. At the top. There's one that's like charging down the way and answering the call.
I'm gonna bank on him the rest of my movement as soon as I get out. I'm gonna bank on him not seeing me or like hunkering down.
Okay, well currently you're like in a well you said that you were going to spend all 3 actions running.
Yes. So when I get to the cave entrance, if I see him as I am running, I'm gonna just assume he's hunkered down and not paying attention to.
He's definitely not hunkered down. He's definitely running.
What I mean, not hunkered down like physically, like his looking down at the ground as he's like just fucking.
Oh, he's focused?
Yeah. Like
he's looking straight ahead. Don't make these assumptions because he's looking straight ahead. He's making a beeline for the opening.
Yeah, the reason I say that is she's just going to start climbing up the wall.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so I just pivot and I'm just like, I don't care if I see him. I don't care that he sees me. I'm hoping that he has his mind somewhere else as he's answering a call.
Well, yep, absolutely. I already rolled initiative for this particular scene because we did switch locations. It is your turn. Go ahead and take your 3 actions. The first of them, remember, stealth. You move at you move at half speed. Pardon me. And you come over to the wall. You need to climb. Give me an athletics check, please. This should actually be climb. I don't know if you have a specific. Your acrobatics, or excuse me, athletics in this case is +6 for climb.
Yeah, and I have a feat where if I succeed, which I did, nat 20.
Fucking nat 20 on that shit. Oh my god.
If I succeed, it's actually a critical success.
Fantastic. So you go to climb. It's actually a crit success regardless. So you move up at full speed, all 30 feet in a single action. You scrambled up that. Your vines start reaching out, latching onto various pieces. You launch yourself up and over. You still have 2 actions left.
Fuck yeah, I like Doc Ock it out of there and I just go bye. Like all of my vines are out. I forget, actually, I'm not even paying attention to my movement right now. Boop, let me measure that. 15, 20, 25-ish. So I have 2 more actions, you said?
So you came up where? Like over here, right?
Yeah.
So press and hold down Control and then click and drag your character. Okay, and then watch this. Okay, I'm now not clicking, but I still have my finger on the control. Click once, and then roll, and then do it again. Another 25 feet. Now you see the combined 50.
Yeah.
Okay, click again to lock that in. Let go of the keyboard, and then press space.
Oh, fucking brilliant. So, yeah, if that's where I think that's where I came out.
That's exactly where you came out. Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Booking it.
So cool. So now it's that one's turn. He's like, the fuck? He just sees movement. He's like, what? And you can hear the cry coming out. Oh, this is going to be a chase. Let's see how this is going to work out. It's going to be 60 feet. Going to go for the full 90. That's as far as he can get. Oh, shit. And it is now your turn.
Not today. You know what? For spells, can I do a spell twice, or does it? Yes,
providing so with like a cantrip or something like that. And there's a couple of considerations. One, do you have everything needed for it, and that includes the number of actions. Most spells take 2 actions. You only have 3. But if you can find like a 1-action spell, you can absolutely cast that twice, providing other conditions are met. Did you memorize it twice, prepare it twice, etc.? In the case of cantrips, you don't have to do that.
You can prepare spells twice?
Yeah, you just take it, you fill in an additional slot with it.
Oh, yeah, because this is crossed out. I was going to turn into a bird.
Oh, yeah, because you already used animal form. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you can do it that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
All right.
But you do have Pass Without a Trace.
I do, and that's what I'm gonna cast as I leave.
Fantastic. So yeah, you wave around, you do whatever it is that you need to do. So just for everyone else, you obscure the tracks you leave behind and make it harder for others to find you. The DC of checks to track you gains a +4 status bonus, or is equal to your spell DC, whichever results in a higher DC. So what is? Let's see. This is going to be. I wanted because you're in a place where you can leave prints, so that is going to be. Let me just double check here. I don't. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Let me see. All right, you cast that. That's 2. You can yeet yourself out by 25 feet as your remaining action.
Bye. It's not letting me. Shit. Oh, it's because
okay.
I'm doing measure.
That's okay. Were you in? Did you click on the ruler?
Stuff. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you don't ever have to click on the unless you just want to measure shit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm done.
Alrighty, cool. So he's gonna take 30 feet, 60 feet, come into this area, but that is all 3 of his actions. So I can have him roll a survival to see if he can pick up on the, this stuff. You're out.
Yes. Okay. Just pause for a second.
We're paused.
This little Leshy, who was level 2 2 days ago, is
now level 3. Yeah.
Defeated a cave centipede without casting a single spell or attack, and also outran and outsneaked 3 Creocolals.
Yep.
And did not need to fight at all.
No, you are the most non-combative offensive person out there. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Offensive being the key word.
They was, you know what it is? Yeah, I know. The Creocolal is going to come around and go, see you, and go, ooh, and then just die.
Harmlessly cute. I'm just a little guy. I got my crown. I'm just a little queen.
Fuck. Well, you managed
so
to.
Stupid. I love it so much. I can't believe it. She literally, like, I want her. If I ever get pulled over, I want her to be the passenger
to be the
seat.
one to drive. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, and the drivers, because if she's the passenger, she could just like harmlessly cute us out of a situation. But if she's the driver, we're fucking out of here. Like fucking what are the Thelma and Louise? Right off the cliff.
So you're making your way back up the hill. Okay.
Yeah.
And somewhere down below you can hear
They just wanted a friend. They want to invite me to their party.
No, do not go back down that hill. So you managed to get up to the top.
Yeah.
And you find sitting up against a tree with a loaf of bread down beside him. Mm-hmm. Grim and Barbara. The 3 of them. He's got some cheese, and he's eating some cheese and taking a little piece of bread, and then drinking something out of a vessel.
I book it up the hill, and I'm like, what? I drop it on the ground for the one Creole. Galal. Hold on.
He stands up.
2. For the second Creole Galal. Hold on.
What?
Hold on. 3 for the third. Krugel.
Did you kill 3?
Oh no, I killed 0.
How did you do this? He steps forward past you and like looks down the hill. How? He holds his hand out for the mushrooms.
Yeah, I give them to him.
A little bit smaller, but right there, there's 3 of them, and they are excellent specimens. Come, we need to go back.
Yeah.
You guys end up journeying back, and he is quiet the entire way. He keeps looking at you, and on occasion is like, but, and it just hit. He taps his forehead in complete disbelief on occasion, and continues. Barbara is with you. Grim is with him. You end up going back in, and he puts the 3 down. This is going to be delicious. And he takes out a pan and puts some oil in it. Cleans off the mushrooms. This is going to be a good meal. And he starts cooking the mushrooms. Thank you for lunch. All right, now I will teach you about this book. And we'll see you on Monday.
I just got bamboozled. I just went on a fucking Uber Eats run. He just did that because that pizzeria is not within his tree's radius. Did you have that planned all along, or was that just...
No, I knew that was the plan. I knew. Well, anyway.
I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I'll be home tomorrow.
Yes, you will. Alrighty. So, congratulations. So,
that's really funny. That's really funny.
As long as you enjoyed it, that's all I care about.
Oh, I did. That was really fun.
So, as we go back into normalcy, let's talk about the things that Bramble learned, and then we will give you some XP.
Oh, fuck yeah. She learned to ask more questions about the whys of going on missions.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Because she just went on a grocery run. So she learned that. She learned a lot about the Creel Galal from that 30.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, including the not heraldry, the chain of command.
Yeah.
So
well, in the very least, that there are teachers and students.
Yes. So while primitive, they are organized in that way.
Mm-hmm.
She learned that she supposedly has a stronger bond to Barbara than normal friend.
Mm-hmm.
But that hasn't been conveyed yet.
Yeah, there's a suspicion there, I can imagine, is starting to form.
Yeah, where it's like, because Barbara appeared as like a stray, like animal outside of like, she didn't create Barbara.
Right.
She's just somebody, Barbara's like a little old lady that just enjoyed her company, or at least didn't like.
Yeah, you took a feat that just gave you a familiar, and we've just been treating it as a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
So that's an interesting development. I think she learned a lot about, I would say she learned a lot about sneaky sneak and how that works.
Mm-hmm.
And
was that kind of hands-on work with the system assist you?
Oh, fuck yeah. And it's not
good.
when I say it reminds me of the DMV. It's not a horrible place. There's so many steps to get from, like, I just need to do this thing and I have to learn where to go. So this was really helpful because it's teaching me, like, the tags.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. So it's teaching me become more fluent in it so that when I go to the DMV next time, I know exactly which line I need to stand in to do the thing.
The DMV.
Yeah, I'm using that analogy.
Okay, that's your thing now. Okay, all
Yeah.
right, that's what we're doing.
No,
Um,
it was really really helpful. I really
Erin,
appreciate
then
the
Erin,
education.
you gained 200 XP, but let's go back to your character who's still earning more.
Oh, okay. Um,
I will give you your 200 XP tomorrow.
okay.
Barbara,
Um,
or excuse me, your character, Bramble.
okay. My character Bramble is still learning a lot, and yeah. So she learned a little bit about the book, and that it's a language that uh,
Yep.
is a variation of Elven, but not the
It
same.
seems like an older language that was once, so like the branches of a tree, of the language tree. Okay, they
Mhm.
both had a common ancestor somewhere potentially. And then as they began to break, as time continued, they would have diverged even further until like modern English and Old English.
Old
It just,
English. That's exactly the. I was gonna say it's kind of like Old English, reading Old
yeah,
English.
yeah, except it would be closer to like a Old West Norse. And here's why I
Yeah.
say that. Because English, a Germanic language, also began to adopt a lot of Romantic languages. And actually, English is now considered a Romantic language, a Latin based one, because it's over just a little bit over 50% of the words in English come from Latin origins.
Oh,
It's
that's
not,
why I fall in love every time you speak.
oh, oh my God. You are so sweet. I love you too. So as Elvin continued, as Elvis continued to develop, this one
Mhm.
kind of stopped over here.
Yeah.
So that's why it's very wide apart, and there's also separate branches. So yeah, but you did learn that about 400 years ago, which was the time, about 400 years ago,
Hmm.
a different language, at least a written language, existed in these
Hmm.
kinds of tomes. So that would be something that is that might be handy for you later on. That was like now you can start picking up lores about these kinds of things.
Yeah. So I think what Bramble tends to pick up is things that she could document, whether it's like for
Yeah.
later, like archive it for later, or if she just makes a mental note.
Okay.
So um which now that I'm thinking about it, the journal you got me, I might want to make it like a first person experience where she documents it as Bramble
That'd be
instead of just my
brilliant.
notes.
That would be absolutely
Yeah,
brilliant.
I might
Okay.
do that. Okay, cool, 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 cool. That's fun. Okay. Uh,
What else did you learn?
um, I think what else did I learn? I learned a lot about Krogalal,
Yeah.
and the land and how nature exists, but it's different. And I would imagine because it's directly southeast of where she's from, that it's I pictured in my head that because everybody is so lackadaisical or like avoidant in her village, that they call that area that way or over there.
Yeah.
And that's like code name for like, oh, we don't talk about over there. We don't talk about what happens that way. And it's kind of like a warning to not
There's
like
a you're
go.
bringing up a really good point. Let's just take a look at the map really quick and see like how far away you are from any of that. So
Yeah.
this is where you were right
Mm-hmm.
here. Okay, let me make that a little bit. There you go. Okay, your home is right
Yeah.
there.
Is right there. So I think it's one of those like yeah, I think they probably call it like it's over there.
Yeah.
That's the over there.
So from Thicket Home, which is the capital of Tearful Break, you're looking at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 miles before you start hitting the boundaries of
Mm-hmm.
Creel Galal. That's how close that horror is.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's probably she probably doesn't know a lot about it, and
No.
they're probably so because it's like the antithesis of like the type of nature that they
Yes.
are surrounded by. So all of the stuff that she has is very like, I would imagine censored or like
Yes, in fact,
redacted.
this is something that our very first session was kind of brought up, that they're essentially putting their heads in their sand and completely ignoring all of the stuff that is occurring down here in the Southwest and Kultrek and more, because war is spreading, and human, where they all the many any of the warring peoples, all of them are just, there's fires everywhere, which is normally fine in a forest. Fires occur and they rejuvenate things, but magic came about, and all that is just not good. So yeah, you're actually rather close to powers of destruction as it is.
The parallels are really interesting too, where that kind of mentality is like, it's sort of like American in a way, right? It's very like,
we don't discuss politics or anything like that here, but yes.
Yes. Well, what I'm saying is overall, like we're in our own little world of like hyper individualism.
There's definitely an isolationist approach to Tearful Brig. They've got a lot of shit going on over here in Cicerus Kill. And Cicerus Kill, this is where all the lizard folk are. And many other things. What's that?
I was gonna say, I would imagine though that because of how green it is, and like I would imagine there's more parallels and more contact with that area than there is.
Yeah, the only problem is that they Tearful Brig is this is your cozy your cozy nature habitat. If this were a 5e campaign, this is where you're going to find some of your some of the Fearbulk. In Pathfinder here, you have Leshy and you have others as well. Up in Cicerus Kill, it's a little bit different. It's a more of a, it's an advanced society. Don't think that because they're lizard people living in a swamp that they're not advanced. They are. They have a fantastic amount of technology. In fact, you take a look at the surrounding kingdoms here. Yeah. Most of these others are not quite. Maybe in Zipolome, or in Geopolome, you'll find something. But the Korthiri people, Deathclone, don't.
We don't talk about
yeah, we don't talk about Deathclone. So yeah, anyway, the point is that Tearful Brig is kind of, it enjoys its little bit of isolation practices, or isolationist practice. However, Willowbark Thicket in particular, your home, is woefully ignorant of the stuff going out there, and willfully ignorant too. So yeah, that's where a lot of that is. And as Alex pointed out, it's a 2 to 3 day walk. It's nothing. So yeah, you learned that danger literally is at your back door. And if the Krill Galal ever decided to invade,
they'd be done.
Well, look right here.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a pass right there. Boom.
Yeah. So it's almost like, I think in Bramble's head, she's sort of starting to think a little bit more politically minded, where she's like, okay, well, if they're like more strategic. So like, if the Crocolol is so close, perhaps we should be giving the riders a chance, or asking the lizard folk for help, or having alliances with Gotalund, somebody next door. So, or like sending an embassy or an envoy to the giants or whatever. Yeah, exactly
that. So yes, Bramble has gotten a larger picture of the world and has already seen things that no one in the capital has even seen, let alone in Willowbark Thicket. So you're beginning to understand, or Bramble is now beginning to understand, yes, the world is huge, but we can't let this happen. So
yeah, I think she's, in her mind, the next thing she's going to do is like write to I wish I had my notes because I wrote it down. The centaur character, because I think the centaur character was like the Athena type, like the military minded, or the battle minded one.
Sure.
There was one that was like a fighter.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking within the circle of the verdant green that you meant. Yeah. Yeah, that's I mean, you're bringing up a really good point. That's something. So far you've learned about the Creel Glal, about the people and their place. You've learned about more about what familiar connections are and how others view it. You've learned about ancient languages and a little bit of history from 400 years ago, and that, hey, this is something else that you might want to dive into if you see another book like that or what have you. Danger and alliances, the immediacy of the danger, and the need for the alliances, or at least we can see that kind of a thing is happening. What else have we learned before we conduct a raid?
We're gonna raid the Liching Hour, right?
Sure.
We we learned that Avithal knows the druid that's in the tomb.
Yes.
So that's interesting. He's been around for a while.
So now you're starting to get those little, up on the bulletin board. Like, this red yarn.
Exactly. I think that's about it. I think she's learned a lot.
All right. I'll tally up the XP. Let's see where you are. You are on fast track. So it's been 6 sessions, and so far about, on average, every other session you've been going up a level. Pathfinder XP works, Pathfinder 2E XP works very simple. And on the fast track, you don't earn the usual amount, 1,000. Instead, you only have to earn 800. And when you get in 800, cash that in for a new level. Level up as normal, and then you start back at 0 XP. So I'll tally this up. I will add this to your sheet, and then you and I offline will then work on the various problems that we encountered with Foundry, and we'll also learn some more stuff about the system. But either way, we will see you guys on Monday. We're now going to raid the Liching Hour. Absolute fucking amazing streamers and amazing people between Only Flaps and Lich himself. Just fucking stellar streamers. And also now officially game developers after a very successful Kickstarter. So with some pretty cool stuff that they had. So go check out the Liching Hour. Tons of fun, awesome community, and we'll see you guys on Monday with the next session of Branching Out, a Leshy's Tale.
Yay!
Good night, everyone. And there you go. Sent him 8 people.
Yay!